Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're exploring 10 of the most impressive and compelling watches in the Tissot lineup, timepieces that have earned their place in the conversation through Swiss precision, remarkable value, and a heritage that stretches back to 1853 in the watchmaking heartland of Le Locle, Switzerland. Tissot is not simply an entry-level Swiss brand. It is one of the most historically significant manufacturers in the Swatch Group, a company that has spent over 170 years proving that Swiss-made quality, genuine mechanical movement expertise, and thoughtful design do not require a luxury price tag to be taken seriously. From professional dive instruments to exquisitely finished dress watches, Tissot delivers Swiss watchmaking credibility at every level of the market with a consistency that its competitors struggle to match. Let's get started. Number 10. Tissot PRX Powermatic 80. The Tissot PRX Powermatic 80 is the watch that single-handedly repositioned Tissot in the minds of a new generation of enthusiasts, a timepiece that arrived at precisely the right cultural moment. When the integrated bracelet sports watch aesthetic pioneered by the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak and Patek Philippe Nautilus had captured the imagination of the entire watch community and delivered that visual language at a price that made genuine Swiss automatic ownership accessible to an audience previously locked out of the conversation. The PRX's defining achievement is its integrated case and bracelet design, where the lugs flow seamlessly into the bracelet links in a single architectural gesture that creates a coherent, elegant wrist presence of the kind normally associated with watches costing many times its price. The Powermatic 80 movement at its core delivers an extraordinary 80-hour power reserve, a specification that embarrasses many Swiss movements at significantly higher price points, alongside the kiosk-adjacent accuracy that Tissot's manufacturing quality consistently achieves. The slim profile, the restrained dial, and the careful finishing of case surfaces combine to produce a watch that reads as considerably more expensive than its price tag suggests. The PRX Powermatic 80 is a modern classic in the making. The Tissot PRX Powermatic 80 retails for approximately $775 USD. Number 9. Tissot Gentleman Powermatic 80. The Tissot Gentleman Powermatic 80 is a watch that takes the brand's most important movement and places it in a context of refined, understated elegance, a dress sport hybrid that navigates the increasingly important space between formal occasion and active daily wear with a sophistication that its price point makes genuinely remarkable. The gentleman's case design is clean and purposeful, with proportions that sit comfortably at the boundary between sports watch and dress watch without fully committing to either category, a deliberate versatility that makes it one of the most genuinely wearable Swiss automatics in its price segment. The silicone hairspring fitted to the Powermatic 80 movement provides resistance to magnetic fields that increasingly pervade modern environments, a practical specification that mechanical watch enthusiasts are right to value. The silicone hairspring also contributes to the movement's exceptional 80-hour power reserve, ensuring the watch remains running through even the longest weekend without winding. Available in a range of dial colors with both metal bracelet and leather strap options, the Gentleman presents itself as a thoughtfully considered everyday companion from a manufacturer with genuine Swiss credentials. The Tissot Gentleman Powermatic 80 retails for approximately $695 USD. Number 8. Tissot Seastar 2000 Professional. The Tissot Seastar 2000 Professional is a dive watch that takes its depth rating with complete seriousness, delivering 2,000 meters of water resistance in a specification that exceeds the practical requirements of all but the most extreme professional saturation diving operations, and doing so in a package that carries the ISO 6425 certification confirming its compliance with the international standard that separates genuine dive instruments from decorative approximations. The monocoque case construction, a single-piece body that eliminates the traditional caseback as a potential weak point under pressure, is the engineering approach that makes 2,000-meter ratings credible rather than merely claimed, and Tissot's implementation delivers a robust, substantial watch whose physical presence on the wrist communicates its purpose without ambiguity. The helium escape valve, required for saturation divers who spend extended periods in pressurized environments, confirms the Seastar 2000's professional credentials beyond any reasonable doubt. The unidirectional ceramic bezel, sapphire crystal, and high-contrast luminous dial complete a professional specification that leaves nothing important missing. This is one of the most capable production dive watches available at any price near its level. The Tissot C-Star 2000 Professional retails for approximately $1,375 or USD. Number 7. Tissot L'Ocle. The Tissot L'Ocle is named for the Swiss valley town where Tissot was founded in 1853, and that naming choice is not incidental, because the L'Ocle is the watch that Tissot has chosen to carry its founding heritage and Swiss dress watch tradition into the present, a responsibility it fulfills with quiet confidence and genuine elegance. The round case, classic proportions, and elaborately decorated exhibition caseback, through which the automatic movement's decorated bridges and rotor are visible, give the L'Ocle the character of a watch that understands its place in a long and distinguished tradition without being constrained by nostalgia. The guilloche patterned dial, with its engraved geometric decoration applied beneath the surface, provides visual depth and texture that flat-printed dials simply cannot replicate, creating the impression of a watch whose dial rewards extended, close-quarters examination. Applied hour markers, elegant hands, and a date complication integrated without disrupting the dial's visual harmony complete a package that represents some of the finest Swiss dress watch design available at its price point. The L'Ocle is for those who understand that the best dress watches make their case through refinement rather than ostentation. The Tissot L'Ocle retails for approximately $475 USD. Number 6. Tissot Visadate. The Tissot Visadate is a watch with genuine historical depth, a model whose name traces back to a 1953 Tissot reference that introduced a then-innovative date display integrated into the dial, and whose revival in the modern Tissot Heritage Collection honors that heritage with a faithfulness to the original's proportions, design language, and spirit that enthusiasts of vintage-inspired watchmaking find deeply satisfying. The Visadate's defining visual feature is its sectored dial layout, where the date and day displays are presented through apertures framed by printed chapter rings that divide the dial into distinct zones, giving it a graphic architectural quality that is unmistakably of its era and entirely unlike the conventional layouts that dominate modern production. The Powermatic 80 movement provides the 80-hour power reserve and silicone hairspring that transform a historically inspired design into a genuinely practical daily companion, bridging the aesthetic values of mid-century Swiss watchmaking with the movement technology of the present. On a leather strap or period-appropriate bracelet, the Visadate wears as a considered characterful choice for the enthusiast who values horological history alongside daily wearability. The Tissot Visadate retails for approximately $625 USD. Number 5. Tissot T-Race. The Tissot T-Race is a watch that makes no attempt to be subtle, a bold, unapologetically motorsport-inspired chronograph that draws its design energy directly from the dashboard instruments and racing aesthetics of the world of two- and four-wheeled competition, and delivers that energy with a visual confidence that commands attention on the wrist without requiring the wearer to offer any explanation. The T-Race's case design, with its angular layered construction, prominent crown protectors, and tachymeter-ringed dial, is the kind of sports watch that communicates its purpose and personality within the first second of eye contact, attracting the enthusiasm of those who want a watch that participates in its environment rather than receding into it. The chronograph function, measured by clean, positive pushers and displayed across a dial that manages motorsport-level information density with genuine legibility, is implemented with the reliability that Tissot's movement quality consistently delivers. As the official timekeeper of MotoGP, Formula E, and numerous other motorsport series, Tissot brings authentic racing credentials to the T-Race that are earned rather than borrowed. For the enthusiast who wants a sports chronograph with genuine personality at an accessible price, the T-Race delivers without reservation. The Tissot T-Race retails for approximately $625 USD. Number 4. Tissot Heritage, 1973. The Tissot Heritage 1973 is a watch of rare and deliberate beauty, a faithful recreation of one of Tissot's most celebrated vintage references, returned to production with the kind of attention to historical accuracy and period-correct detail that distinguishes a genuine tribute from a superficial retro styling exercise. The original 1973 reference occupied a particular moment in Swiss watchmaking history, a time of experimentation, bold design confidence, and material innovation, And the Heritage 1973 captures that spirit in its distinctive tonneau case shape, its warm textured dial, and the overall design language that feels simultaneously of its era and entirely contemporary to the eye of a modern collector who has learned to appreciate the enduring appeal of 1970s horological aesthetics. The Powermatic 80 movement provides the contemporary performance heart that makes this historically inspired design a credible daily wearer rather than a display piece, while the quality of case finishing and bracelet construction reflects Tissot's commitment to delivering genuine value at every price point it occupies. Limited availability and strong collector enthusiasm for 1970s-inspired watches have made the Heritage 1973 one of the most discussed Tissot references in recent memory. The Tissot Heritage 1973 retails for approximately $850 USD. Number 3. Tissot Carson Premium. The Tissot Carson Premium is a watch that makes the compelling case for pure, unadorned Swiss dress watch elegance at a price that removes every financial barrier to daily refinement. The Carson's design philosophy is one of considered restraint, a round case of classical proportions, a clean dial with applied hour markers that catch light with quiet warmth, Dauphine hands that sweep with the unhurried confidence of a quality automatic movement, and an overall composition that achieves visual harmony through proportion and balance rather than decoration or complication. The Powermatic 80 movement provides the mechanical heart that dress watch enthusiasts rightly demand, a self-winding caliber with the 80-hour power reserve that eliminates the anxiety of Monday morning winding after a watchless weekend. Available in a range of dial colors and paired with leather straps that complement the Carson's formal character, this is a watch that slides beneath a shirt cuff with effortless elegance and reveals itself only when the occasion calls for it. In a market crowded with watches that shout for attention, the Carson Premium speaks in a measured, confident tone that those with refined taste find deeply appealing. The Tissot Carson Premium retails for approximately $525 USD. Number 2. Tissot Supersport Chrono. The Tissot Supersport Chrono is a watch that delivers the full visual drama and functional capability of a serious sports chronograph, with the kind of design confidence and material quality that makes it one of the most compelling value propositions in its segment. The bold case architecture, prominent pushers, and multi-registered dial layout give the Supersport Chrono an immediate presence on the wrist that communicates purpose and performance before a single lap has been timed. The chronograph mechanism, measuring elapsed time with the positive tactile pushers and clearly differentiated subdials that a serious timing instrument demands, is implemented with the accuracy and reliability that Tissot's movement engineering consistently produces. The tachymeter scale, integrated bracelet options, and range of dial color configurations give the Supersport Chrono a breadth of personality that allows it to accompany its owner from trackside timing duties to weekend social environments without a change of character. Anti-reflective sapphire crystal and 100-meter water resistance complete a specification sheet that leaves no practical gap, delivering a chronograph that is as ready for the demands of daily wear as it is for the track. The Tissot Supersport Chrono retails for approximately $750 USD. Number 1. Tissot Chemin des Tourelles. The Tissot Chemin des Tourelles sits at the absolute pinnacle of this list, and the reason is simple. It is the watch in which Tissot most completely reveals the full depth of its Swiss watchmaking ambition, its finishing capabilities, and its ability to deliver an experience of genuine horological substance at a price that makes it one of the most extraordinary value propositions in contemporary Swiss watchmaking. Named for the street in Le Locle where Tissot's original workshop stood, the Chemin des Tourelles carries the brand's founding heritage in its very name, a responsibility it honors with a level of case architecture, dial execution, and movement presentation that elevates it decisively above the broader Tissot catalog. The skeletonized and open-worked variants, through which the decorated automatic movement is visible not only through the caseback but through the dial itself, achieve a visual complexity and depth that transforms the act of wearing the watch into an ongoing engagement with the mechanical artistry within. The bridges, gears, and balance wheel of the movement become the dial's decoration, with Tissot's finishing quality rising to meet the challenge of constant visibility with decorated surfaces and beveled edges that reward close examination. In its more traditional configurations, the Chemin des Tourelles presents a dial of refined classical elegance, powered by a movement specification that reflects genuine Swiss manufacturing pride. This is Tissot operating at its highest level of intention, a watch that demonstrates, without ambiguity, that the Tissot name belongs in the conversation about the finest Swiss watchmaking that money can buy at its price. The Tissot Chemin de Tourelle retails for approximately $1,075 USD,